So the Wentzville School District is one of the biggest school districts in the St. Louis area. If you're moving out to St. Charles County, really, like, it stretches all the way from basically Garden Prairie and Winghaven all the way up to Forestell, Incline Village, basically like the upper corner of St. Charles County that'll take you all the way to Warren County and Lincoln County. So Wentzville School District is a huge school district. You have 17,000 students, 4 middle schools, 4 high schools, 12 elementary schools, and it's honestly one of the top 20% school districts in the state of Missouri. It's very highly ranked. It's growing very quickly because people are moving out here. I mean, they just added a new high school.
And they opened a new middle school to go along with that high school, so it did alleviate some of the pressure from our middle schools as well.
So if you're moving into this area with kids, going to Wentzville schools, we're talking about that in this video today. Hey, I'm Jacob. Welcome back to the video.
I'm Kelly.
So today we're talking about Wentzville schools. Again, like, it is a huge area, great schools. Kelly.
I actually have 3 kids who have either graduated or are currently enrolled in the Wentzville schools. My youngest son is a junior at Timberland right now.
In this video, we're just going to talk about like all the different areas that you have within Wentzville schools, because it's not just Wentzville that goes to Wentzville schools. I mean, you have thousands of students in this area and just a bunch of neighborhoods, communities that you can pick from within Wentzville School District.
Correct.
So in Wentzville schools, you have all the way from early education all the way up to the 4 high schools. So if you're in Wentzville schools, the high schools are going to be Holt, Liberty, Timberland, and North Point, which is also the newest high school they just opened back in 2021.
There's also an early childhood, so they have Barfield that helps get kids prepared for kindergarten. And we do have, I think it's still called PATH. It's an alternative education for kids who might be in danger of dropping out.
Holt is basically Wentzville and Lake St. Louis all the way to May Road. North Point is going to be up like Forestell all the way up to Incline Village.
And it does come a little bit further south of the Highway 70 corridor. So you'll find in that area, like Shaper Road is over there.
Basically all the way up from the western part of Wentzville and then parts of Forestell that are Wentzville schools.
Yeah, and the northernmost point, almost Troy.
Yeah, that's the part that goes all the way up to the corner where you have the cutoff between St. Charles County, Warren County, and Lincoln County.
Correct. And it is the newest high school, but we'll talk about that.
And then Timberland is basically like South Wentzville. It's like New Melly.
Some of the kids in Lake St. Louis still go to Timberland too. It has Timberland's
Lake St. Louis is cut off like
wonky
in the middle of the lake. So basically like North Lake St. Louis is Holt. South of it is Timberland. And then so you have Liberty. Liberty is basically like the parts of O'Fallon, Winghaven.
Some of Defiance, I think, will go to Liberty.
Yeah, some of Defiance, like some of Garden Prairie too.
Yes,
and then
so
kind
kids
of like
live in Winghaven.
The parts of Lake St. Louis over here, like a little sliver, will be part of Liberty too.
So you'll have kids from Lake St. Louis, you'll have kids from O'Fallon, and you'll have kids from Wentzville, and I think as far as New Melly into Liberty. So we have Holt.
Yeah.
Holt was opened in 1896, which was what we said in an earlier video when Wentzville was started. It is the second oldest high school in St. Charles County. It became a 4-year high school in 1939. And in 1969, it changed from Wentzville High School to Holt High School. It is located close to like the downtown part of Wentzville. Most of the students that go to Holt live in Lake St. Louis or Wentzville. Since they opened the 4th high school, a lot of the kids from Forestell no longer go to Holt. Fun fact about Holt High School, Judd Berza, who actually won Survivor Nicaragua, graduated from Holt High School in 2007. So we do have like a local famous person from Holt.
That's funny. You know Timberland better than I would because you have kids that have gone there.
I do. 2 of my kids graduated from Timberland, and I have a son in Timberland currently. He's a junior. Timberland was the second high school opened in Wentzville. They opened in the year 2000. There are 1,700 plus or minus students there. They have a couple really cool things that happen in Wentzville. They do have a really fun tradition. After every football game that they win, they ring a bell that was a gift of the wife of a former football coach. After he passed away, she gifted Timberland with this bell. And after every home victory, the football team rings a bell. They're kind of famous for that.
That's fun.
In 2022, our student section was named the best student section in the state. Okay. They have a lot of school spirit. And it is the 4th largest high school in St. Charles County. For me, and the reason that my kids really enjoyed Timberland was they are very involved in the sports there. So 2 of my kids wrestled, 2 of the kids played football. I have another son that's played baseball there. And I do feel like my personal experience is that Timberland has great school spirit. The kids are really well connected. There's a lot of clubs from cheerleading to DECA to I know that they offer, and this might be district-wide, side, but I know at Timberland they have a program called CAPS where it helps kids go out into the business world half the day when they're in school as juniors and seniors. I feel like the school district and Timberland specifically, in my experience, it does have a lot to offer.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so the great thing with Wentzville, again, like they rank very highly. I mean, you could look it up on niche.com. We have it right here. They have an A ranking for academics, teachers, clubs, activities. As far as public rankings, like they just do a really good job overall. So Liberty is the second newest aside from North Point.
Yeah, and Liberty was just opened in 2013, which in terms of school isn't that long ago. They are on the eastern edge of Wentzville. Actually, technically, Liberty is in Lake St. Louis.
Yeah, so Liberty is another brand new school. I mean, back in 2013 is when they opened. They got the Eagles for sports teams. That's their mascot. Yeah.
This goes to also what we talk about Wentzville having the infrastructure to support all the growth. Since 2013, which was only 10 years ago.
Yeah, they've opened two
Liberty
within
and
10
North
years.
Point.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Liberty in 2013, North Point 2021. So that's the thing too, because it's growing so quickly in Wentzville. They're definitely keeping up with the schools. You know, they just added basically 2 new high schools over the course of 8 years. So yeah, a lot of stuff going on. 10 years. Well, I mean, they're 8 years apart.
Oh, that's right.
2013 to 2021.
Yeah.
But, so Liberty's 10 years old now.
Right. You're right. I mean, literally, Liberty and Timberland are maybe 5 minutes from each other.
Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty close.
And Holt and North Point are just, you take West Meyer, right, all the way down. So North Point was just opened in 2021, and when they opened, it was just freshmen, sophomores, and juniors. So the class of 2023 will be its first graduating class.
Okay.
So
where did the seniors go?
The
did
seniors
they have to go to Timberland?
Went to their schools they were already in.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
And then the kids that were...
Yeah, because they would have had to like transition people from like Timberland and...
Nobody wants to leave their senior year.
Yeah.
But you could have opted in to stay at the school of your choice if you had transportation when they opened that. But a lot of, even my son's friends who were at Timberland, a lot of them wanted to go to the new school just to...
So basically, North Point took from Timberland and Liberty?
And Holt.
Okay, so basically, so North Point
I don't
took
know if anybody... No, they didn't take from Liberty.
Because, I mean, it would have been like people in Timberland and Holt would have been living in what's now.
Yes, and they took some of the kids from Timberland, and some of the kids from Timberland ended up going to Holt.
Okay.
So a lot of the boundaries, there was a
because they changed the boundaries so that it's like where you put the kids who are in school right now.
They completely changed the boundaries for all 4 of the schools, really, and there was a committee that went over that to decide as far as population and number of students. There's a lot that goes into it, a lot of algorithms and things that I am not sure of, but I do have a friend who served on the committee when they were changing these boundaries, and trust me, it was complicated because a lot of people were, don't move me, my kid plays sports, but the people that I know that go to, I have friends who are teachers that actually moved to North Point also, and I've heard nothing but great things about North Point. There's only, because they're just having their first graduating class, there's a little bit, their student population's a little bit lower, but I've heard nothing but great things about North Point. Not just from the students, who my son still has friends, obviously, because several of his friends from Timberland did end up going to North Point. Mm-hmm. I've heard nothing but great things about North Point. It's interesting, that this will be their first graduating class. But the Wentzville School District in general, we've had state champs in just about every sport or activity. We're very well known for our excellence with our band, with our cheer, regularly place among the top in these competitions. I know we've got students that have competed in like debate club. We have DECA. So the Wentzville School District really does have a lot to offer.
Yeah,
and
both for sports, academics, strong programs overall.
Academics, clubs. And I would encourage anybody who was interested in moving into the Wentzville School District to contact the schools and do a visit. Like I said last year, I had people that were coming here, and the girl was a cheerleader, and she ultimately chose Timberland, and she had a virtual tryout. We were able to connect with the cheer coach.
That's awesome. Yeah.
She had a virtual tryout. So don't be afraid to move here. If your kid plays a sport or is in a club and you want more information, contact the school, contact us. We can put you in touch with people in the schools that can help you.
Yeah, because I mean, especially you having your, Casey plays sports, like, the coaches, the other parents and everyone on the committees there too.
Well, I sit on 2 of the committees.
Oh, do you? I didn't know that.
I actually am.
Because I know you had friends on. I didn't know you were on the committees yourself, though.
Yeah, I'm on the Huddle Club, which is the club that funds the activities and the additional things that we do for the football team. Mainly, we feed them on Fridays before their games. So that's the Huddle Club's responsible for that fundraising. And then I'm part of the Baseball Parents Club, which we do the same thing. We try to raise money and do activities to better the sports clubs.
Yeah. That's awesome. Really, if you're moving anywhere in the western side of St. Charles County, chances are you're going to end up in Wentzville School somewhere because, I mean, really it stretches all the way from O'Fallon, Winghaven, all the way up towards Forestell. And the nice thing is, too, like, you have a lot to pick from as far as the neighborhoods and the communities, whether you want brand new construction in a big subdivision with amenities, pools, walking trails, or if you prefer some more land, some more acreage, kind of a more rural feel. Or I mean, honestly, even up towards Forestell and Incline Village, you have some of those areas on Sumac Ridge that are right looking out over the lake, Lake St. Louis as well. You have a lot to pick from for variety if you're living in Wentzville schools.
Absolutely.
So again, if you are moving anywhere in the St. Charles, St. Louis area, whether it's Wentzville School District or somewhere else, if you want some help with that process, we are practicing agents. Just shoot us an email, shoot us a text, whatever works for you.
Yeah, we'd love to help you.
Absolutely. So thank you for watching. That's going to wrap up this video for today, and we will see you in the next video on the Living St. Louis channel.
Thanks for watching.
That was good.
Wentzville. Is that right? Is that what the kids do?
I don't even know. What's the thing putting the finger down? I thought it was just like 3.
Yeah, but it can't be 3 together. That's weird.
That's weird. Does this mean something bad?
It just looks weird.
Okay.
It doesn't look cool.
Okay. I don't want to be doing something weird like
Me either. Are we inciting a riot? We don't even know it.